Hey, what's up everyone? Nice to see you all again so soon. For once it hasn't been that long since my last video, and that's an achievement for me. I just want to start this one video by a quick thank you, because I hit 300 subscribers, which isn't a huge milestone, relative to certain people, but to me it means something, and I love receiving your messages in game. And thank you to everyone who does message me and who follows me and comments and that sort of thing. I read all the comments and I find it all really funny. Now, that's it for that. Let's get to the video. Alright, so if you read the title, then you're probably asking yourself either what is the scientific method, or if you know what it is, then how the hell does this apply to Dofus? Well, this does apply to Dofus, okay? Because as gamers, we're not just incels and loners, okay? We're also scientists. We're scientists, and we make theories, we test the theories, and today I have a little thing that I want to do. I just want to propose a little bit of an experiment. So this is a scientific method. It's used in science to determine, I don't know, answers to shit, whatever. If you have a question, right? Why is something something? You go, you ask a question, so that's your question. You do some background research. You make your hypothesis, which is like your guess. Then you test it with your experiment. You analyze your experiment and your data, and then you determine if your hypothesis from step 3 was correct. So our question today is, what is the most popular class in 3v3 solo Kolo? So that's a question I'm attempting to answer today. As background research, I think I'm mostly going to skip this step, which is not very scientific, but just for there's not really background research you can do on this. I can just go off the top of my head and say what I think, but that will just go into my hypothesis. So my hypothesis is probably going to be, I have a few guesses, because I'm thinking probably either sacriers or Kras. Kras are usually very popular, or even Eliotropes. I know a lot of Xellers come around, but if I had to guess, I would probably say either sacrier or Kra, and I'm having a really tough time making decisions between the two. I'll say sacrier, just because I see them quite often. I think there's definitely one in every fight almost. So now we have to test my hypothesis. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to do 10 Kolos. So I'm going to exclude myself from the count, right? Obviously, otherwise there would be a rogue in each one, and I think that's not fair to the experiment, right? So if we're 6 people in the fight minus me, that's 5. Right, because 3v3 Kolo, so 5, and then I'm doing it 10 times, so we're going to end up with 50 players. And then I'll take those 50 players and record which each class was, everything. I'll show you guys, and then I'll analyze the data, which is going through this step, put up some graphs, do some quick maths, and we'll come up to our conclusion and see what's the most popular class in Dofus. Enough yapping around, let's go and check out our first fight. Here we go.
On insiste. Dance addict, reggae addict, Big Tune, ready and go. Quoi qu'on dise, quoi qu'on fasse, on se retrouve sur scène. Quoi qu'ils disent, la vibe est là. Sur la piste, les envoyer des gars se déchaînent. Oui, comme le sound system. Dance addict, reggae addict, tous les sons que l'on envoie de l'indique. Lâcher prise, bouger sur la musique. Oui, sur le son qu'on aime. Et c'est pour la musique avant tout que l'on s'entraîne. La vibe est essentielle, le reste n'est pas un problème. On vient te faire vibrer, ça peu importe le thème. Et tant pis s'il y a des jaloux, et que nos flots restent au top, c'est pour ça qu'on s'entraîne. La gloire et le succès, non ce n'est pas le problème. On reste près des siens et de ceux que l'on aime. Au final le reste on s'en fout, Quand qu'ils disent je reste iré, quand qu'ils rachètent toute une armée, quand qu'ils pensent nous on est soudés, besoin de personne. Je suis bien sourd quand je les entends parler, tout leur discours ils peuvent se les garder. Et les jaloux n'ont pas fini de pleurer quand on voit raison. Quoi qu'on dise, quoi qu'on fasse, on se retrouve sur scène. Quoi qu'ils disent, la vibe c'est là. Sur la piste, les envoyer les gars se déchaînent. Oui, comme le sound system. Dance addict, reggae addict, tous les sons que l'on envoie de l'indique. Lâcher prise, bouger sur la musique. Oui, sur le son qu'on aime. Monte le son, écoute cette zik originale. Des lignes de basse qui tuent et un flow qui fait mal. Si t'as pas l'habitude d'être en poids, c'est normal. C'est du courage que l'on donne à ceux qu'on abandonne. Hey, why, prends coup pour coup, jamais à genoux, on ne veut pas de gourou. Tout le monde debout, sait bien jouer ses atouts. Son boy, tu peux aimer ou pas, on reste original. Chacun son parcours, le nôtre n'est pas banal. On s'installe, on déballe, amène les flammes dans les salles. Quoi qu'on dise, quoi qu'on fasse, on se retrouve sur scène.
Quoi qu'ils disent, la vibe c'est là.
Sur la piste, les soundboys et les gars se déchaînent. Oui, comme le sound system.
Dancehall addict, reggae addict, tous les autres noms en boîte de l'indique.
Lâchez prise, bougez sur la musique. Oui, sur le son qu'on aime.
Dancehall soldier, reggae warrior. Oh, let's go, dancehall soldier.
Soldier,
Positive reggae sound warrior.
warrior. Move on this, the mix remet en piste. Jump on this, on s'installe, on insiste.
Dancehall addict, reggae addict.
Big tune, you know, ready and go.
Ça va bientôt faire 15 piges qu'on est là. Toujours libre, toujours indépendant et fier de ça. Reconnais le style, la performance, la synthèse, ça se passe comme ça. Hey, fier de ce que nous sommes, on ne craint personne.
Pour moi 10, on reste loin de leur compétition. La musique positive fait baisser la pression. Pour moi 10, on fait les choses avec précision. Toujours inventif pour faire évoluer le son. On aime voir toutes les mains en l'air. L'énergie qui remplit l'atmosphère. Ça part en live, jamais ça dégénère. On découvre sur la route, quelque part sur la terre. Quoi qu'on dise, quoi qu'on fasse, on se retrouve sur scène.
Quoi qu'ils disent, la vibe c'est là.
Sur la piste, les soundboys et les gars se déchaînent.
You cut my heart in a million pieces. Damn, why you gotta be so heartless? Why you gotta be so heartless? You cut my heart in a million pieces. Damn, why you gotta be so heartless? Why you gotta be so heartless? You got me like you cut my heart in a million pieces. Damn, why you gotta be so heartless? Why you gotta be so heartless? You cut my heart in a million pieces. Damn, why you gotta be so heartless? Why you gotta be so heartless? You got me like
Okay, so now the following day, I finished my 10 fights. I actually upped to Diamond League, which I'm happy with. I haven't reached there yet, so I finally got it. And now I'm done with my 10 fights, and it's time for me to show you how I broke the fight down and all the results that I got. So these are the 10 fights that I did. This is the pre-fight character presentation. So I have these, and then over here I'll show you the graph, which is the representation of all the classes that I faced. So the maximum number was 20, which would have been if that's the absolute number of a maximum number of classes that could have been. For example, if every fight my opposition team had one of these characters and my team had one of these characters, then that would have been 2 per fight, and then I did 10 fights, so that would have been 20 max. Thankfully, no one reached past 10. And if no one reached past 10, that means that there was not there was not a guarantee of 1 per fight. So like on average, the number of that certain class per fight is always going to be less than 1 showing up. But anyways, it's still pretty interesting to look at. So we have Sacrier, Hopper Mages, and Kraz, which are tied at 7. Xellers come after that at 5, Osamotus at 4, then we got a couple of 3s, we have Foggers, Enutrophs, Elytropes, and then a couple of 2s, we have Ekkas, Iops, and Inaripsas. Oh, we also have Masqueraders, yeah. And then we also have a couple of 1s, which are Sedidas, Srams, and Fekkas. And then on top of all this, we have our reject classes, which are these: Ujinax, Rogues, and Pandas. None of these showed up at all. I had a count of 0. Obviously, there was me as a rogue, so it's worth noting that there couldn't have been another rogue on my team, so the probability of coming against another rogue is of having another rogue in the fight is already lower, so it's not exactly fair to count rogue. But I'm still going to put it because I don't think that I would have come across many other rogues, because it's just very unpopular and difficult to play in 3v3 setting. But I was surprised I didn't come across Pandawas, because I know they're really good in 3v3. Ujinax, I don't know, I feel like people just don't like that class in general, except for like PVM. I know they have some techniques with it, but for PvP I feel like people don't play it. But coming back to this, so if we remember what I said Sacrier or Kra, I believe, and which I did get those correct. I had no idea Hopper Mage would be this popular. I don't think I said that. Hopper Mages turned out to be very popular. There's a lot of like pushback Hopper Mages and such. Xellers come in pretty hot too, like at 5, that's not bad. Out of 10 fights, so that means half my fights had Xeller in them. This means 7 out of 10 of my fights had Xeller in them. I had one of these classes in them, sorry. Which, I mean, that's still pretty high. And when you look at here, like these classes not showing up, makes me kind of sad, especially Rogue, because I love Rogues, and I wish I'd see more of my fellow Rogue brethren out there fighting the good fight. But it's okay, I'll represent Rogues for us, don't worry guys. Anyways, this whole video, I really did enjoy making this. I got some nice Kolos, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the Kolo clips. I didn't include the whole fights, just like near the end, when the fights was coming to an end. And hopefully this data is interesting. I'll also be posting this screenshot on my Twitter. If you want to download the photo itself and keep it for yourself, you can go follow me, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe I'll see you sometime soon. Adios.